All right, guys, I've got 3 stories you need to know before you go into work tomorrow. And these are all food related. So sorry about that. If you're hungry right now, you may be a little bit hungrier after this one. So, right off the bat, we're going to talk about avocados because I don't know about you, but I love guacamole on my Chipotle. And apparently, there could be a shortage, which will cause some other issues, especially if you've invested in Chipotle. Next up, we'll talk about Subway and the tuna fish scandal. Now, I gotta tell you, this scandal has been going on I don't know how long. In fact, probably when I was a kid, 20 years ago, we were wondering, is it really tuna fish? Well, I'm pretty sure it is, but hey, I'm not a scientist, and well, the New York Times thinks they figured it out. And then we're going to talk about Wingstop and why Wingstop is actually one of my personal favorites. I do not have anything invested in them right now, but I got to tell you, I love Wingstop. I think they're a great company, and I do see potential for them, but they're struggling right now, and they're going from Wingstop to Thighstop, I guess, because, well, they're selling thighs now. And we'll get into that story. That's our last one. I promise you, it is well worth hanging around. All right off the bat, let's talk about avocados. Avocados, we're seeing a decline in how many avocados are coming into the United States. And, well, this is going to cause prices to increase, right? When your supply goes down on a product that is wanted by literally everybody, gotta have avocado toast for breakfast, and avocado salad for lunch, and, well, guacamole on my dinner. So avocados are widely used. Everybody. Who doesn't like avocados anyway? So Chipotle is a big seller of these. In fact, they sell quite a bit of guacamole on top of their bowls or burritos. And when you have a spike in price and less quantity, well, you're gonna be paying more for it, and that could hurt their earnings. In fact, one analyst is claiming it could hurt it. Up to Jack Bartlett, Truist analyst, stated he's forecasting a 10% spike in the price of avocados would drag earnings down by 10 to 12 cents per share in the third quarter. Now, that is a lot of money, guys. I don't know about you, but if I'm an investor in them, I kind of want those earnings to be 12 cents higher, not 12 cents lower. So I hope they can figure it out. Now, CFO Jack Harding stated that the company has diversified its avocado sourcing over the last 2 years, so that is actually really good. You should always diversify your suppliers because you never know when something is going to happen that causes you to, well, have a shortage, and then your price goes up. Well, hopefully it won't happen. Now, in 2021, avocado prices fell 26% in the first quarter because of higher shipments from Mexico, and now there's less shipments. So it's going to be interesting. Look, guys, I don't know what to tell you, but if you want some guacamole, you might be paying more. And if you're an investor, well, I hate to say it, but it might not be so good for the stock. All right, let's jump into the second story, which is, well, Subway. And Subway just can't catch a break. I don't know how else to put it, but seems like Subway is just dying every single day from another stab wound they get. They've had scandal after scandal, but today let's talk about the New York Times tested 60 inches of sub. Dun dun dun. Now that means they got 5 footlongs, I guess, right? Maybe from different places. They froze it, they sent it to a lab, and that lab stated there's no amplifiable tuna DNA present in the sample. Therefore, we cannot identify the species. Now, there are common issues known in the restaurant industry where they say it's one kind of fish and then it turns out to be a cheaper kind of fish. So there are some issues here. But do I think that Subway is doing this? Probably not, all right? They determined there's 2 reasons this could happen. First one, it's so heavily processed that they can't identify it. 2, There really is no tuna there. Now, let's be honest. Everybody's seen the pink slime videos about McDonald's and their chicken nuggets, which, gotta say, their chicken nuggets are pretty good. But you would never know that was actually chicken if you pulled it apart. Now, I'm not sure if there's DNA in their chicken that you could. But what I'm saying is, guys, I believe that it is tuna fish. I really hope the company will come out and show who they're sourcing that product from. And hopefully by them doing that, it'll actually quell some of the fears just a little bit, I think that's all they can do. Am I going to, sell stock if I owned it because of this? Probably not, but to be honest, I don't own any stock, so I don't know what to tell you. All right, last up, and we got a few minutes to talk about this one, which is Wingstop. Wingstop is becoming Thighstop. And I've talked about this in previous episodes and previous videos on TikTok, on here. We're seeing inflation everywhere. And when you look at the grocery store bill, I can tell you right now, I am spending a ton more money on groceries. It may not seem like it when you just buy 1 gallon of milk because you're like, it's just a few bucks. But when you start looking at it as a whole, you notice that things are going up. In fact, things are going up so much that chicken wings, which were 90-something cents before the pandemic, are now at over $3 a pound. How can a company that is selling chicken wings for a certain amount, they haven't really raised their prices that much, they're not going to make the same profit margin on it. Look, the margins are going to be lower. They have to figure out what else can we sell with a high enough margin that people will buy it and we can survive off it. So what have they found? Well, thighs. I guess chicken thighs are in abundance because they're going to be selling them. They're launching it on Monday. I guess that was today. Today's Wednesday. 2 days ago, they launched it. I think it's a great idea. Chicken thighs. I'm going to get some chicken thighs, some chicken wings. I think it's a really good idea. We're struggling. Here's another one, which is also interesting. Wingstop CEO claimed the supply levels were extremely high at the beginning of the pandemic, as the price increased from 98 cents per pound to $3.22 per pound. That's over 300% increase. Okay. $1. That's a huge amount. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm sorry, 200% increase. I can't believe the fact that there are still people out there saying, no, inflation isn't happening. There's nothing to worry about. It's just chicken. Well, here's the reason why chicken is costing more and why there's a shortage. Because those factories that take all the chickens from the farms and put them in the nice packages and in the nice tubs that they send to restaurants, they can't find people to run the lines. Tyson, Pilgrim, etc. They're all struggling to find employees right now, leading to slower production lines, which leads to less stock, which leads to higher chicken prices. Now, this is all I got for you today. I'm going to tell you this. I'm not an investor in any of the stocks I talked about today. At all, actually. However, I might be investing in 1 or 2 companies that supply these companies. And I believe in finding the companies that make these other companies the stars and seeing if they have a growth potential and investing in their suppliers. And, that's a good idea, especially if you're looking at Tesla or other car companies and you're like, I like this company, but I think I should invest in one of their suppliers because they may have multiple companies they're selling to. Maybe it's Tesla and Ford. Anyhow, remember, guys, money isn't hard. My name's Corey, and like I always say, I do this for fun. And remember, money is easy. It just takes effort. And hit that like and subscribe button or leave a comment below. Appreciate you guys.